Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. We're in nature, baby. Can I get a hello there? How to make friends with fear. I get tons of questions every single day about fear. People are very afraid right now. I wake up every single day also very afraid. It's okay to be afraid. Let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. As a counselor, psychologist, doing thousands of consultations over the years with people who are very afraid. So I know a little bit about fear. Don't worry about it. Okay, what is fear? What are we talking about when we say fear? A lot of people, the red light goes off. Oh no, fight or flight. If a car is coming really fast towards you, get out of the way. That's a wise thing to do. So, fear is helping us at that precise moment. But what happens if you spend your entire day living in fear? A lot of people say fear is an enemy. I have to kill this fear. I have to become fearless. Who said that? That was me. I put my hand up along my early journey. But I grew a lot wiser because fear is not the enemy. Fear is the friend. So I said, let love guide you, not fear. Oh, we're going to edit that a bit. That's great. But now it is, let love guide you. Let love guide you, but also take fear with you. You see, when you are trying to get rid of fear, when you are trying to grab fear by the chokehold and make sure it never comes into your life again, you got the badge saying, I'm fearless. I'm a fearless person. I don't fear anything. And then an alligator comes towards you. Ah! So I say, don't worry about fear. It is perfectly acceptable to have your fears. In fact, you will see later on why you need to have fear. Oh, we're changing the whole game up, right? What is fear? What is this fear I'm talking about? Some people say fear is false evidence appearing real. I love that one. I've got my own definition. What is it? Fear is a self-created feeling based on your perception of your inability to overcome a perceived experience based on a collection of stored memories. Therefore, fear can only exist in the past or the future, never the now. Fear is the story we tell ourselves, but usually what we tell ourselves is a load of poppycock, right? Is a load of lies. We do it. We love doing it. We love creating a story and then making ourselves believe in that story and then getting even more afraid. So, when we talk about making fear your friend, right? Because a lot of people say, I'm fearless. But you see, how truthful are you when you say that? I'm not fearless. I still have fears every single day, right? Because we're living in a lunatic asylum. At the same time, I'm not gonna let these fears not inspire me, right? I'm gonna make sure my fears are hella inspiring, right? My fears are gonna give me a lot of courage. What am I talking about? You see, you have to respect fear. I grew up skateboarding since I was 13, right? And skating. And some of the best skaters, they had a lot of fear, but they were very careful how they would skate. They knew their limits. And then you had the really cocky skaters who were really great, but a lot of them, they were twisting their ankles. That was me, by the way, right? All kinds of stuff, because I didn't respect the fear. You see, once you make fear your ally, fear can now help you to become your greatest version. Can I get a hello there? But if you don't respect fear, you might find yourself driving off over a cliff. Oh, if you don't respect fear, you might find yourself not paying attention. If you don't respect fear, you might lose track of your inner guidance system, which are your emotions. So fear can help us work on ourselves every single day, right? Breathing in that beautiful prana, baby. Fear, since I've made fear my friend, how are you, fear, today? Oh, I'm great, right? We are friends. Fear is not my enemy. Because if fear is your enemy, that means the enemy is within. So you got to make a peace treaty with fear. Because you see, we say it's all about removing fear. But once you remove fear, there is still fear. I get thousands of emails every single day. I get questions from people who say, I'm afraid of the unknown. I'm afraid of going to my job every single day. I'm afraid of being in a relationship with this crummy old person. Don't worry about it. Things could be a lot worse, right? I'm afraid I won't see the cat down the road today. Did we see it? Oh yeah, we did. Can I get a hello there? No worries, baby. Right? So we all have a lot of fears. But once you respect these fears, listen to what the fears are telling you. Listen to what you have to take heed to. But once you say, oh, I don't need to listen to what fear has to tell me, I'm gonna become fearless. Now you might miss the message because you're not paying attention. For instance, I've been making videos for many years. A lot of people say, gosh, that guy's still doing it. Oh yeah. And we're going to keep on doing it. Why? Because I've made fear my ally. I don't have a script. I don't have a storyboard. I just hit record and then start talking and, well, whatever happens, happens. Whatever comes out, comes out. Why? Because fear spoke to me. When I used to first make videos, I was like a little lamb lost in the woods because I was thinking about the future. Goodness, what would people think? But after doing it for years, becoming a veteran, you relax because once you are in the here and now, like the great psychologist Fritz Perls said, lose your mind and come to your senses. I remember sitting in the psychology lecture when they were talking about Fritz Perls, a genius in his own right? Lose your mind and come to your senses. You see, fear can only exist in the psychological time of the past or the future. Fear cannot exist in the here and now. Have you ever noticed how calm babies can be, even when you think they might be in danger? Right? What about animals? Your dogs, the cat down the road, yeah. Firmly rooted in the here and now. But you see, many of us, we haven't made friends with fear because we're still holding the past against ourselves. We haven't made friends with fear because we're still waiting for a future doesn't even exist. We are projecting into the future based on our stored memory. To make friends with fear, you have to learn how to surrender to the unknown, to the uncertainty. And that is the hardest thing to do. Oh yeah, because every single day, I don't even know what's gonna happen. And guess what? Neither do you. And guess what? Neither does anybody else. The question is, can you be okay with that? What are you doing to exercise your ability to embrace uncertainty? Well, in 2011, I was working as a psychologist in a school. People with bipolar, ADHD, autism. I loved it. I had to venture into the unknown. I had to take the jump, the leap of faith, and say, actually, I know there is more to life. I'm going to become my greatest version, doing what I love every single day, helping other people to become their greatest version. So I left, then I said, what? What the hell was I thinking? Give me back my job. But fear spoke to me. Fear said, yes, you will wake up every day and you will feel very insecure. But through that insecurity, you will find your flexibility. Because fear spoke to me and said, guess what? When you were in your job, which you thought was security, they could have fired you at any time. No, they would never have fired me, I told Fear. I'm a nice guy. Fear said, shut up. I said, okay, Fear, talk to me. Talk to me, Fear. Fear said, don't worry. Because sometimes you don't need a plan. You just need to trust yourself by letting go. Now, all fear emanates from the feeling of not feeling accepted, from being an outcast. That is why we see what is happening in the world today. Right? My country is better than yours. My religion is better than yours. Once again, because we have bought in to the illusion of separation. So, listen to what I just said, the illusion of separation. The past, present, and the future are all occurring simultaneously. That means there is no separation, which means fear is not the problem, right? It doesn't interfere with us. It now becomes an ally. What happens, for example, if you see someone you're attracted to and you want to say, hi, what's your name? Can we hang out? You get stopped in your tracks. Why? Not because you are afraid of talking to them, but because you are afraid of getting rejected. Once again, going back to the stored memory. So if you can remind yourself, fear is the stored memory. Fear is not a problem once you are firmly rooted in the here and now. And then you just say, hey, let's go out. And they say, no. They say, okay, let's go out, right? Once I respected fear, I listened to fear. I made fear my friend. Then I allowed fear to guide me. I allowed fear to be my counsel. So once again, fear is not negative. It is not bad like we have been told in society. Fear just like love is your higher counsel. Once you can learn from what you are most afraid of, fear will open up its doors to you. We're out here. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace.